What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Well, welcome everybody. Wow. I am not the only one here. Let me remove the virtual background and you will see that I am with Omashar and Jasmine Bear and the Wild Abbott of Mystic Monastery, Jerry Anderson, and a very special guest whose name I forgot.
Adam Masters.
Alan Masters.
Adam Masters.
Adam Masters. We're going to learn all about Adam, including myself. Welcome, everybody, to the awakening world. And yep, we are all together here in Sedona, Arizona, where we started the Global Peace Tribe Retreat today. And so we're going to share with you a little bit of the fun, a little bit of including all of you as best as we can, share some of the highlights. And then we're going to learn a lot about healing from this amazing man. The spaceship came over, hovered, we all saw it, they dropped him down. And so that's about all we know, is that he's definitely a magical being. So we'll learn all about him.
Thank you. I love your sense of humor.
No, well, it's been really good. So Omashar, we met for the first time.
I know, what a concept. But it was back in Camelot where we were together before.
That's true.
About 10 centuries ago.
Yeah, but you ran off with my wife.
I know. Well, no, she was into it. So
That's when it quid with a quid.
So what stood out for you today?
Just getting together and opening our hearts together. And we had some beautiful sessions, a beautiful opening ceremony. And to play some music for the Cathedral Rock, just on the right-hand side here is Cathedral Rock. And it's phenomenal being in Sedona. And we had a beautiful time with Raquel Spring this afternoon, and that really stood out for me. And Jerry.
Yes, Isaac was very interesting today too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so Isaac Mars, who has been on the show before, but go ahead and share, Jerry, what stood out for you about Isaac's speech?
Well, he comes from an interesting angle of bringing like technology together with like spirituality. And so he really brought out a whole new consciousness around unity and heart-centeredness, and was very, very interesting.
Yeah, I thought he was, and young, a young leader.
Young, brilliant.
Yeah, so I was encouraged to see, a young guy like that having the courage to come forward, with a different angle of truth.
Yeah, bravely.
Yeah, I mean, we will probably replay his what he shared on the Wicked World, because it's pretty similar presentation that he gave. And in essence, he's explaining in a very scientific meets spirituality way how we truly are one. Okay, well, most of us know that intellectually, but how to live it in a way that creates magic and power in our lives. and to really claim our oneness, or claim the knowingness of our oneness, so that when something difficult happens in life, we respond in a way that's in unity, in a unity experience. And it was interesting because we had that happen today.
Absolutely.
I've leased, rented for 5 days at an Airbnb like big estate. And we've got a lot of people who are staying here, and this is where we're having the events. And honestly, we're not supposed to have events here. They have like no parties, no events, and we kind of are doing that.
It's a family.
And it ended up being like 40 people here, right? And we're supposed to have a maximum of 20. So, but unfortunately, there were a lot of cars, and the neighbor complained, and the realty company came by. And there's a part of me going, oh, wow, okay, we definitely, this could be an issue, right? And in my mind, honestly, I thought to myself, okay, if we can just move the cars and they're cool about us having the whole event here for the next 4 days, I'll settle for that. That's like the deal I made with God once I got the text that they were coming over to, you know, because they were concerned. And that's exactly what happened. We agreed to move most of the cars, and our tribe came together beautifully. Everybody got up in the middle, you know, we just finished hearing Raquel. Everybody got up. We shuttled over. We found a school with a big parking lot. We parked the cars. We shuttled people over. Jerry was one of our shuttle drivers. And 30 minutes later, it was handled. So it was one of those situations where, honestly, I kind of had to do a little bit of, these are not the people you're looking for. Obi-Wan Kenobi, like magic from Star Wars. You might remember that moment. And it was beautiful how everybody came together to really make it happen. So now, what's some other highlights? You'll get plenty of me.
Jerry, come on.
Jerry, tell us more about what has stood out for you.
Well, yes, Raquel talked about the astrological influences that we're going through, but I thought was even more important was the ones that's coming. So we can kind of like pair in our mind, and she talked a lot about which planets were affecting us, and basically said that it's kind of like the time right now to close old relationships that don't work, all that type of thing, so that we could be like an empty vessel for the new that's coming in the spring.
Yeah, some shift was going to hit the fan, but not for those who remain centered. And so that was really lovely. And there was also lovely, Krista Morea was here with Nicole, her business partner, and they were just explaining about how they have created this partnership with each other, and they got really deep in business, intimate with each other, but how all the sister wounds arose. And you know, you get comfortable with somebody. It's like I remember my relationships. I used to have a 18-month sell-by date, because after about 18 months of being with somebody, you reveal so much of yourself that the stuff that has been hidden comes up. And they just explained how to move through it with grace, and how they had moved through it with grace with each other, and they shared some of their sister wounds. And so, yeah, I haven't known this guy long enough to have any brother wounds come up, but maybe we don't go there. But yeah,
so they were very vulnerable in sharing what kinds of things that come up from them between the partnership, and what kind of regular was kind of like fly by night. The other one was very detailed. Let's start a corporation.
So
I'm here to help. Get to know Siri at apple.com.
I have no idea how that happened.
Well, we didn't get to know Siri, but we did get to know.
I heard a nice person.
Yes, we did get to know Krista and Nicole, and just we're meeting all of our tribe that have come to the retreat for the first time, and you already feel that you know each other. And but the joy that happens from actually being able to physically be with our tribe is brilliant, and so it'll radiate out to all of us, you know, around the world. It's just inevitable. That's what happens. The ripple effect, absolutely. And Jazz is wanting to come to you, brother.
Oh, me.
You know, which for me has been all these people going, oh my God, you're so much taller than I thought you would be.
Yeah.
I've had like half the people say that.
I thought that he was going to be a prince. you know, but or Mick Jagger. But
All right, so we have this amazing human being that actually Tangela brought you. Yeah. So
yeah, I'm going to exit stage left and for a minute. Yeah.
okay. All right.
And
Just
then,
like a musician.
and then you can come. Yes, exactly.
Great flute.
And
Beautiful.
Go ahead. You can come on into the center. Or just Jerry, just move over and then you can flip over.
Yeah.
That's easier. There we go.
Okay.
All right. It's going to be a very unique version of the Awakening World tonight.
Yeah.
So, hello. Tell us your story.
Well, I get sent, Deborah, I recently joined with Deborah's email list. I get this flyer and there's Scott Catamas. I go, I gotta meet that guy. And the next thing you know, I meet Tangia face to face in Mount Shasta. And then I say, you know Scott? He says, yeah, well, I'm on the show. I say, you're on the show? And you know Deborah too, you know. I said, that's incredible. You guys are like a team, you know, teamwork.
Very much so, very much
We
so,
really
yeah.
must thank all the work that gets done. A lot behind the scenes. So thanks for having me on the show. As soon as I came down to this event, I walked in the front, just walking into the front, it just lifted me up. I felt great. You know, what's lifting up mean or sound like? You know, I just feel great. So
Yeah.
this is good energy.
Yeah.
And then you got a great sense of humor. Made the afternoon go so well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, in a moment, I'd love to hear about your healing story. And just to let people know, I mean, this was an experiment. Are we going to be able to pull off a Global Peace Tribe retreat? And you know what? It's amazing. We had about 40 people here. We have a total of 50 that are in various stages of registration. And the presentations have been beautiful. And so I just want, for you guys who watch, we really do want to include you. So it's not like, hey, we're having a fun time and you're just at home. We do want to bring you some of the highlights, some of the things that have happened. We're going to learn about some healing properties from this man in a moment. And the good news is it's a success. This retreat is working out, which means we will do more. We will do more starting next year. We'll definitely do one in Asheville, North Carolina, because our friends have a retreat site there. We'll probably do one in Hawaii, and we'll do one in the San Francisco Bay Area, and we'll probably come back to Sedona. So just want to let you know that there will be a chance for all of you to come and participate, hopefully at one of our places that's close by. You can come in, just be quiet. Oh, it's I'd love for you to participate, actually.
Yeah.
So let's hear, Adam, tell us your healing story.
Well,
And then we'll hear from Bart.
I learned from some very profound psychics that I incarnated in this world to experience disease. So my soul path contract was to experience the cause of all disease. And I realized there's very few. And so I really isolated the cause of disease is just 6 causes. And so I can share it with the audience.
Yeah.
You know, a lot have.
Go ahead and look to the audience.
Okay, hi audience. Anyway, 6 causes plus contamination, if you want to count that. But there's cause, there's contributors, there's aggravators, there's triggers, there's symptoms, and I just specialize in cause. So I had the cause of every disease. I had terminal cancer, like I had a near death. So I had the worst case of rheumatoid arthritis and osteoporosis. I broke my femur walking, and then I had allergies, asthma, that symptoms nobody's ever survived. So I just realized cancer is a symptom. No one's ever died of the cancer, and that's the only reason I lived. I thought cancer came after all my medications, procedures, diagnoses. Cancer came at the end. So I ignored cancer, and by doing that, I resolved. I went through a health matrix. I found a profound doctor. So every doctor that helped me get out of my wheelchair had their license removed, and every product was taken out that changed my life was taken out by SWAT teams.
Whoa. You go back. So,
Yeah, it's a bit of an exaggeration, but
no, but are you talking literally or?
yeah, literally, yeah. It's-
So the doctors that worked with you.
Yes, that helped me get out of my wheelchair, solved my autoimmune. There's
So they
only-
were the good guys.
Yeah.
The good doctors.
That's right. So they're on Quack Watch, but these are the guys changing lives, getting people. One doctor got 300 people out of a wheelchair. So I learned from all these doctors and science and procedures. I watched a show when I was metastasized cancer. Certain death was probably
Look to the audience.
within 6 months. I've got more people out there. Hello. Anyways, so I think I had 6 months to live, maybe a year. And I just started, I listened to a radio show where doctors are curing cancer. It makes sense to me. I wanted success stories. So of healing disease. So I found one, and they were only doing 3 things. They were better nutrition, more detox, and all diseases anaerobic. And that's what I did. Then I found the autoimmune doctor. I had the worst case of rheumatoid, RF factor of 762 for your doctors out there. And so that's pain. So the doctor brought me through steps that eliminated pain better than morphine for rheumatoid. So now we can, for your audience, to be useful, we can reverse the symptom and pain of rheumatoid arthritis overnight using ozone generator and thieves oil. So, and then you get in, just know it's mold. And ultimately is the cause of autoimmune. And then I went on to hormones. So I went to a hormone doctor.
Hang on, slow down,
Yeah.
because we're getting questions, and we do want to take questions.
Yeah.
Someone's asking if you could slowly state the 6 causes one more time.
Okay. Yeah.
To the audience.
So just explain it. It's this, the 6 causes are the causes of inflammation. So I found the cause of inflammation. Autoimmune is top. That's a innate immune system reaction to mold. And then the next step is hormones and signaling. That's why a weightlifter can eat a Big Mac and look like Schwarzenegger, is because their hormone signaling prioritizes over nutrition. So you got autoimmune rules the whole thing because you got the best of everything and it'll still take you out. So autoimmune, hormones, and then next thing I did was nutrition. So I worked with nutrition that got me out of a wheelchair in 2 weeks. That they said it'd be a year with physiotherapy. So anyways, and then went into energy and detox of liver, metal, and of course mold. And then learned oxygen took out my dad's terminal cancer in 7 days. So in 2013, that's what motivated me to write my first book. And on my theories. So oxygen is the basis of the immune system. It's the basis of the adaptive immune system. And then mold is the destroyer of the immune system. And then you support with nutrition, but 90% of recovery is detox. Liver, metal, mold. And so I went through that sequence. And then I summarized it. Those were the causes of inflammation. Inflammation is caused by imbalance. So you got imbalance, inflammation, and then disease, and then it affects absorption. Everybody with disease is malabsorbed, down at 10% instead of 80. And then absorption dictates digestion. So if you got digestion issues, it's dictated by poor absorption. So it's backfiring of the carb. It's like the human body runs like a car. Fuel, spark plug, filters. Everybody, if they haven't dumped the contents of their liver, is the main cause of every disease and death there is, period. Liver failure. And so the average liver function of a 50-year-old in the United States is about 40%. I brought mine up to 100. I got rid of the mold with an ozonator and a doctor, renormalized, nutrition off the roof. I'm working with nutrition that's 30 times organic and works better than stem cells because I'm testing this stuff for my own recovery. And the stem cells work better than $11,000 in stem cells for me. A product I've got And I call it vitality. It gave me an extra, it got me out of my wheelchair again. And then where stem cells could, I'm really suffering from 5G poisoning. So I'm majorly affected by 5G. And so anyways, here I am. And then I learned from a magician how to energy heal. So I learned the 5 steps to God. I quantified existence in my thesis. And then I learned about creation, how energy happens and how mass is formed through a periodic table that was banned in 1926 by the Pope. It's the real periodic table to solve all our questions about existence.
Wow.
So it's really neat. So this is, I just met you, and I just,
Is there a way that people can get more of you?
yeah, I'm at healthdisclosure.com. I just have 5 videos that I try and make concise the ideas of how to heal any disease. So there isn't a disease I haven't solved to date in 12 years, and with my own recovery. And there isn't a medication I haven't removed a client, and there isn't elective surgery I haven't canceled.
Wow.
But I thought if we join in community globally, there are the matrix is there, but we just got to fill in the dots with better products, better ideas, better protocols. And we bring all these fascinating people together globally that are hiding under their desk because authority doesn't want these cures out. I know how to empty every hospital in North America.
Wow. Okay. So I pulled out because I want to bring Bart on for a moment.
Yeah.
But here is your website,
Yeah.
healthdisclosure.com. So that's where you can get a lot more information.
Yeah, it's new information.
Great.
I'm just trying to ground it into the 3D from consciousness at a high level, and then trying to explain it that nutrients are good, toxins are bad, and keep your energetic hygiene up. So tune in every week. It's great to be here. It's great to meet Scott.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you outside.
Yes.
All right. God bless you. And we're going to bring on Bart. And again, this is a very unique version of the Awakening World. I hope you're all enjoying it. Do give us your questions. I'm checking questions on Facebook and also here in the chat box. And this is, by the way, I see that my dog and you are bonded quite well.
Yes.
So this is one of the stars of our day today. This is Bart Smythe. What is it? Smythe or Smith?
Smythe.
Smythe, that's what I thought. And oh yeah, Jasmine's giving him kisses. She likes the monk. She likes the abbot. So Bart, tell us a little bit about what just took place out of that room with all those people, and feel free to share with our audience.
Well, hello, everybody. What we just did upstairs was a combination of work that I've been trained in by different masters and teachers in my own process. I mean, I agree with everything he says, you know, and everybody has a path to clearing their body, mind, and spirit of toxic thoughts or toxicities in the world. And mold is one of the big ones. I mean, I've been in Sweden, and, you know, in the United States, you can't buy a house with mold, and you can't buy one without it in Sweden. So a lot of cancer over there from that. But anyway, what we did up there, I combined technologies of quantum physics and thought and directed energy. And then I've been doing this a long time. And my story is I've had a lot of physical traumas, of course, emotional and others on top, but I've had 9 traumatic brain injuries from sports and other things that when I say I put Humpty Dumpty back together, then I can actually feel into other people's systems and feel where the blocks are. And so I guided people with basic Qigong, microcosmic breathing exercises that help to strengthen our central channel of information. And everybody can do this for themselves. I practice Tai Chi and Qigong, but I brought in this white pearl meditation from a Qigong I learned. And while people are doing that, then I can access their biocomputers, which function all the neurosystems and all neurosystems function, all the other systems, right? So everything's communicating properly. And that's really what the body needs too. And mold and toxicity and trauma and things like this block the information from two-way travel. And so Chinese medicine is, good health is good flow. So we worked with everybody. I have my own special energy essences that help to get the metals from our teeth that have been in there, the older generations. And of course, we're all subject to heavy metals nowadays. And also, nowadays we have more, another variety of nuclear metal or radioactive metals. So I brought that for everybody today too, to get those out too. So I tap into somebody's situation, they tell me, and then their consciousness connects with mine, and I have very specific protocols I know. It's basic biology, and then when the shamanic comes, then the energies that want to leave the client or whatever, I can alleviate that through my body's been trained to absorb that, change it, as you saw, take it out.
Now, some of you saw Bart when we did our show about LifeWave. It was on Sacred Sunday a few weeks ago. But for people that are watching, we're on about 100 different Facebook groups and pages.
Okay, wow.
Tell us about LifeWave.
Well, that's I loved it. And stem cells, they've said that the Sign of Health, the university, I forget, it was New England, I think, said the Sign of Health is what count you have of stem cells in your system. LifeWave X39 actually took me the rest of the way. I healed a lot of my injuries and was functioning, but I've had some whoppers, and the X39 stem cell activation patch is what brought me home the rest of the way. And I every time I say that, I think, well, it can get better, so I'm not going to limit myself. I thought I was done about 3 years ago, and then, oh wow, it's getting better and better.
I'm wearing mine right now, so back here.
Yeah, so this is a very safe, affordable approach to assisting our own body to develop or stimulate and activate our own stem cells. So it's non-transdermal. For me, it's very inexpensive. I had terrible arthritis in my elbow from being a carpenter first, and then martial arts, and I broke this wrist, and my thumbs were both arthritic, but I'd also injured my knees and head traumas. And in 3 years, all that's corrected. But as I'd done $15,000 worth of injections that I had no results with. So this is a very safe, effective way for people to assist their whole system to get, for me, I call it age reversal. I'm 67, I just turned 67. And I'm playing tennis with my son, and it's been 13 years since I could really walk well from blowing my knee out and hitting my head. So yeah.
So what's the best way for people to get in touch with you about LifeWave or in general?
Well, LifeWave, you can contact me in general at moderndayshaman.net. And then I think it's real important to say that you met me on Scott's show, because we want to support this show too, and Scott's involvement with the company. But yeah, moderndayshaman.net. I have a website. We're upgrading it. There it is. Yeah.
Just got some
And,
shirt. There we go. Any particular spot you want me to show people?
on my
Website.
No, not really. They can go there and check it out.
But they can contact you.
They can contact
by going
me.
to appointments?
I do have private appointments and things like that right now. As I say, we're rebuilding it, but we're going to have a point of access for LifeWave on there, so you'll be able to look more into that. And yeah, so you can go there, see what's available. I do groups, just like I did here. I do group Zoom calls where we work sometimes with upwards of 30 people at a time, and people can see that this actually works. And I love to train people in what I do. We all have the same equipment, and we all have the same capability. It's just,
Yeah. I mean, I noticed that the audience was just like really tuned into what you were doing. What was your experience, Jerry?
I just touched the end of it.
you got it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what you were shuttling.
But we did a check-in at the end. I always say it's the same or different, and there were 2 people that were the same. So there were a myriad of shoulder injuries, neck injuries, knee injuries, back pain.
So like 28 out of 30 people had a positive result.
So far, we've got a couple of people with sleep issues, and I worked as fast as I could on those, and we'll see how that is in the morning.
All right, great. Well, Bart, thank you so much
Thank
for being
you.
with us.
Thank you.
And
It's really-
I will talk to you soon.
I gotta say, this has been one of the nicest gatherings I've ever been to. So thank you.
Oh,
Really.
thank you, Bart.
Adios. Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's something kind of fun. John Martin, who you all know, the wonderful guy who talks to UFOs all the time, has sent a video. He wasn't able to join us for the show, for the retreat, but he sent a video. And this is his galactic friends last night. And he believes that this was kind of a video for us, for the Global Peace Tribe. I have not watched it. He just sent it to me. So let's take a look and see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do one thing real quick. I'm going to move it so that I can then pull up some video while we're watching. So give me a minute. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's see what took place in Sandy Springs. That's in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, that's going to work. So hold on one second. No, I don't want that one. We want this one. Share screen, advanced, Sandy Springs. And thank you everybody for your patience. This is again a very unique version of the Awakening World. But I think it's gonna be a fun video. Let's take a look and listen.
He has such a soft voice.
I love his voice.
Hey, beautiful ones. Oh, you're doing well tonight. Hey. How are you, sweet friend? Heading to Blue Ridge, Georgia in the morning. Be there about 6 days, I believe. Would love to see you up there too, friends. Hey, gorgeous one. I'll be projecting from up there too, Loveless. Hey. So good to see you, dear friend. Oh, lovely. Oh, wonderful. Beautiful done, friends. Thank you. Thanks for coming to see me. How lovely you are. Hey, my friend, gorgeous. Oh, it's such a great pleasure, dear one. Thank you. Thank you, sweet friend. Love you. Thank you so much. Beautifully done. Gorgeous. Right by Andromeda. How wonderful. Thank you, lovely ones. Gorgeous. Oh, that could not be more beautiful. Thank you, my dear friends. Wonderfully done. Thank you, beautiful ones. Oh, how great. Fantastic. Thank you, sweet friends. Thank you, beautiful ones. Thank you, loveliest. Thank you, my dear one. Thank you so much. How wonderful. Absolutely great. Hey, sweet friends. What a great pleasure. Thank you. Heading up the Blue Ridge. We'll see you up there. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you, my lovely family. Absolutely beautiful. Hey! What a gorgeous night we're having. Thank you, my sweet dear friends. Absolutely wonderful. Such a great pleasure. Thank you, dear ones. There, my friends, you are so wonderful. Thank you, beautiful one. Thank you for that. Thank you, sweet friend. Absolutely fantastic. Really moving too. Love that. Love you, friend. Thank you. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, beautiful one. I see you there. Gorgeous. Hey, lovely one. Thanks for flashing to me. Hey, beautiful one. Hey, my friend. Gorgeous. Hey, beautiful. Hey, my lovely one. Thank you. Wow, thank you. Gorgeous. It's all right. Hey, my friends. Beautiful.
Hey, I didn't realize it was going to end so abruptly. What takes place? And by the way, this is Sam, longtime friend, big part of Global Peace Tribe. So again, Scott, love Coach Scott, the Wild Abbott of the Mystic Monastery, Jerry Anderson, our beloved brother Omashar, and Sam Sparrow. And so it's a different version of the Awakening World. Sam, what takes place for you when you're watching those John Martin's video?
I want to see him. That's why I came to Sedona, because I've heard that there's more UFO sightings here than anywhere else. And Jerry's going to take us there, right? On Monday somewhere?
I'm going to a cave on Monday.
Oh,
But yes, they have a lot of, I saw a lot of ships here, even like in formations and stuff.
yeah, I'm really excited to.
I mean, even from our own backyard, do
Yeah.
some sky watching for sure. Yeah.
Let's call him in.
Yeah,
You got
we
a
should do
song
that.
for calling in UFOs here?
John has that down. I just love his musicianship and his heartfelt presence. Because for me, it's my mind is still incredulous about the whole UFO thing. I mean, I know we're not alone, and I know that such things are a truth. And yeah, my mind still goes, "Wow, is this really real?" And then you see someone like John with his soft way of communicating with him, and this beautiful classical guitar. And you go, wow, it's there it is. Holy smoke. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, it's really lovely.
Beautiful. Jerry, what do you want to add?
Well, his presence, like Omashar just said, is so soothing. You know, it's just the music and his voice, and then the visuals is a kind of added feature.
You know what I'd like to share, and it really is kind of bringing together all the themes of our retreat so far today. We had in the morning just really beautiful connection, people dancing, Omashar's music. Hearing it live is so cool. It's so cool. When that opening, when you played the flute and the Indian drum beat.
It's phenomenal. It's a complete circuit.
Yeah.
Carry on. It has been great through Zoom. It's been awesome. I've been so blessed by our connection here through Zoom, us.
But in
And,
person.
But in person, it's just, it's electric. And I find what happens is I may be the one sharing at that moment, but my spine lifts up. I can get another 2 or 3 tones out of my voice. And just the whole energetic opens. I go, wow, is this me?
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, it's what it was created for. And something that I did not say at the beginning was, Scott was saying, what stood out for you most so far? And it's not necessarily the presenters, it's the fact that we were all talking at a certain level of high consciousness frequency. There's no low conscious chit chat.
Yeah.
And it's nurturing. It's a food that we're sharing with each other. And so all the conversation, even across the meals, is talking about higher consciousness and possibilities in the new world that we're birthing through ourselves by becoming sovereign beings and allowing that which we want to let go from our spirits, let's say, just letting it go and walking forward together.
And of course, this is something we cannot do by ourselves anymore. I've been in Ireland for so long, and I'm so happy to be able to just speak freely. What a concept! And so that's really what has stood out for me so far at this retreat, is being able to speak freely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and being uplifted. No matter what anyone says, someone else will come in with something else which will lift you even higher.
Yeah.
And that is what's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we really are. There is a tribe. Every one of you that's watching, even though you're not with us physically, we are all part of a coming together that is helping each other to really believe and experience the awakening world. Right? And the more that we hear from our presenters, whether it's Omashar's music and his lyrics, or whether it's Raquel or Jerry or any of our presenters or myself, sharing thoughts of wisdom, each little one helps us to go, that's right. It's not just the headlines we read in the paper that's going on. It's not just all the horrible shit going on, but there really is an awakening taking place. That really is happening.
Yes.
And that's what I have got in the most out today, is like, oh my God, this really is happening.
I know it
It's
is.
really,
and
really
it's happening
happening.
in and through us.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, yeah, it is.
I am going to make an executive decision and make this a fairly shorter awakening world. But what I am going to do is I'm going to pull up, I might be able to find an Omashar video, but before I do that, I'm going to bring up something else that I think will be kind of connected. So Jaya Lakshmi right now is playing, and a lot of our people went to see her. And I happen to have a really sweet video of her playing. So, and then while we're watching that, I will then be able to look for an Omashar video to play. So let me move this over. Here we go. All right. So just as many of our Global Peace Tribers right now are listening to Jaya Lakshmi, you also are going to get to listen to her. You're just going to be listening to her on Zoom. And it's recording from this year, earlier this year. So here we go. We're going to go to advanced. Oh, that failed. Video. Lakshmi.
It's amazing all the stuff he does.
Here we go.
He's a master.
He is.
All right. This is a long piece. It's 12 minutes. So kick back and enjoy Jaya Lakshmi.
And of course, I added a chant and other things. Singing to the divine. So this is a call response style song. The sun, we are one, we are one. To the sun, we are one, we are one. Like the stars in the night, we are light, we are light. Like the stars in the night, we are light. As the wind upon the sea, we are free, we are free. As the wind upon the sea, we are free, we are free. From below and above, we are the servants of love. From below and above, we are the servants of love. From the earth to the sun, we are one, we are one. From the earth to the sun, we are one, we are one. Like the stars in the night, we are light, we are light. The stars free, we are free as the wind upon the sea. We are free, we are free from below and above. We are the servants of love from below and above. We are the servants of love from below and above. We are the servants of love.
Thank you, Jaya Lakshmi.
Yes. Oh, seat around. Thank you. That was beautiful. Really nice.
Great. You did chant
Sweet,
loud.
brother.
We're going to play a little more music, including music from Omashar, but since he isn't going to be able to play live for you tonight because he doesn't have his Colorado, we are going to play one of his favorite songs, a song that he chose.
Well, all of my songs are my favorite songs, but they're usually favorite in the moment when I create them. And well, when they're created through me, I don't have any license upon them. And in fact, I do have a copyright, and that means copy it right. And so, and send it off to your friends because that's the way to share it out. The song that we're about to hear is called "Crossing Over." And I used to live, as I've said before, in New Mexico, and I lived on Greg Braden's property, and we did some work with each other. But there was a mystery school that used to be held on that property, and I was starting to become quite conscious myself. And there's a line in the song which goes, it's talking about Archangel Michael, and he's coming with his mighty sword, and he's cutting you free from everything that is, cords and attachments in you. And so the sword of Michael will cut you from earthly blight. And so I actually took this song and I went to Norway, and I had a girlfriend in Norway. That's why I went to Norway. And it was the darkest time of winter. You get about 4 hours a day of light, and we were in this recording studio by the ocean, and the ocean was frozen. The sea, salt water, was frozen. And where am I going with this? Basically, that I was crossing over. I was transitioning between many worlds at the time, and I realized I had to let go of pretty much everything in my life to cross over into a higher frequency. And so this came out of it. But I actually hired my recording studio producer. He hired all these musicians from Norway, and one of them was Frode from Norway, knows him, called Ivan Arset, and there's an amazing guitar solo in the middle of this by this gentleman and a bunch of other people on here. So anyway, here we are. Let's listen to "Crossing Over" by yours truly. That would be me.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right. It's going to take a minute for us to pull that word.
We have to cross over.
We have to cross over.
This is it. But it's a beautiful song, and the video is when the pandemic hit. I was really bored. So I decided to create videos, and this is one of my early attempts.
Fabulous. Thank you, Omashar.
Yes.
I've seen too much to deny anymore. I'm finding out where I'm hurting. The journey now is liberating, breaking down walls inside me. And now the door within my heart is open. Another aspect of me changes into light, clearing out the chalice of emotion. The sword of Michael keeps me free from worldly blight as I climb aboard this ship of wonders. Beauty abounds in my life. I've seen it all through my own eyes. Heaven and earth are merging, and now the door within my heart is open. Another aspect of me changes into light, clearing out the chalice of emotion. The sword of Michael keeps me free from worldly blight, and I know that I am crossing over, letting go of all that keeps me from my birth, taking steps into my highest journey. Joined together we will create heaven. And now the door within my heart is open. Another aspect of me changes into light, clearing out the chalice of emotion. The sword of Michael keeps me free from worldly blight, and I know that I am crossing over, letting go of all that keeps me from my birth, taking steps into my highest journey. Joined together we will create heaven on this
Oh, love does heal all. Beautiful.
Yeah, that rocks. That does.
That does. That was
It's
rocking amazing.
It is rocking amazing. I used to be in rock bands and soft pop bands, and so I have a bit of that in me. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I was an Omashar version 1.
What's it like for you watching it right now?
It's awesome because the songs, when they came through, they enlivened me, and I listened to that, and I do critique the video because it's one of my first attempts, but the music is brilliant, and it's because it still lights me up. It's like, well, it must be still brilliant. And if there's even 5% of the people in the world of the awakening world who like it, then that is great. And if 5% of the people in the world bought my album of the Awakening Consciousness, I'd be driving I don't know, not a Tesla, but an electric Jaguar.
Electric Jaguar.
Yeah.
Well, how can I get that? Is it only from your web page?
No, you can get it on bandcamp.com. It's the best vehicle at the moment for artists because they give you more than 70% of what you of the money. You can basically set your price and they'll give you 70% of that. Whereas if you go through Amazon or somewhere else.
And what was the name of that song again?
That was called Crossing Over from the album The Flower of Life. Because also at the same time as I was creating that album, I was working with Drumbalo Melchizedek. I was a musician for many of their events. And so I was being influenced by all of Drumbalo's teachings at that time as well. And so that's kind of what came out in that Flower of Life album.
So a reminder that we can buy Omashar's music by going to omashar.bandcamp.com. omashar.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, and so hopefully I'm going to set a public goal here. Maybe by March of this coming year, I'll have 2 more albums in that slot there.
All right.
Because I actually have an album which I released, but it was self-published as Sacred Mantras. Not just my normal one, but Sacred Mantras, because they're 2,000 years old and there's no copyright on the lyrics. And public domain.
I want to take a look. I see there's a lot going on in the chat box. So Suzanne says, I love this satsang talk about Jai Lakshmi. Looks so beautiful. And yes, that was Jai Lakshmi, not Larissa Stowe. But I noticed that you brought up Larissa Stowe, and we're going to be with Larissa Stowe tomorrow afternoon live, where she and her husband have just bought 12 acres of land on close by in Cornville. I love the name. Well, we were going to be living in Cornville.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we're going to be. But Cornville's actually right next to Sedona. And I've got friends who live there. It's beautiful. And we're going to be at the land blessing at 4 o'clock. And then at 6 o'clock, we'll be doing the Awakening World live with Larissa. Hopefully Omashar and others will be with us. And a Swami, a famous Swami is going to be there. He came in for the land blessing and he's going to be on the Awakening World. So it's going to be kind of fun. So since we're talking about Larissa Stowe, I have pulled up one of my favorite videos of our beloved Larissa Stowe. So let's have a little Larissa Stowe action here, since she's going to be a big part of our Awakening World weekend here. Here we go.
Before we start, I just want to acknowledge again, Charles, thank you for that beautiful, beautiful share. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. The song that we're going to share with you right now is The Peacemakers, because it's a song to me that really, truly embodies the Weevolution. And lifting it up, and lifting up that vibration in ourselves, and remembering who we are. Hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Love, 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 love your enemy. Love, 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 love your enemies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too good, 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 good to those who hurt you. Too good, 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 good to those who hurt you. We're gonna sing it again. Sing with us. Love, 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 love your enemies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, 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 love your enemies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good, 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 good to those who hurt you. Too good, 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 good to those who hurt you. Yeah, 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 yeah. We shall be the peacemakers. We shall be the peacemakers. We shall be called. We shall be called children of God. Children of God. Children of God. Bless, bless, bless those who curse you. Bless, 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 bless those who curse you. Oh, and pray, pray, pray for those who abuse you. And pray, pray, pray for those who abuse you. Yeah, 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 yeah. We shall be the peacemakers. We shall be the peacemakers. We shall be called our hearts, dropping into who we really are. We're in an incredible time right now. We're in the time that we chose to incarnate. This is our time. Every single one of us who is here on this Zoom right now, who is watching on Facebook or wherever you're coming from, you are here in this moment because you are saying yes to love. You are here because you have chosen to transcend the polarity that's happening on the planet and to drop from your mind into your heart. You are here because you are the ones that we have been waiting for in the Weevolution. You are the ones that have been called to this planet in this time to raise the vibration. The world is changing because we are changing. What we thought wasn't possible is not only possible, it is destined. And it goes like this. Love, 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 till there is no enemy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, 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 till there is no enemy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do good, 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 till goodness becomes you. Do good, 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 till goodness becomes you. Let's sing that together. Love, 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 till there is no enemy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, 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 till there is no enemy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do good, 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 till goodness becomes you. Do good, 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 till goodness becomes you. Yeah? 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 Yeah. We shall be the peacemakers. We shall be called. We shall be called the children of love. Children of love. The children of love.
That was amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
The very first time.
What a powerhouse.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
powerhouse.
Yeah.
We were,
Yeah.
love, love, love. Mate, we were all singing here on the
And
couch.
George, I don't know if you knew you were unmuted, and so George was adding his own little duet there with
That
Louis
was great,
Sedona.
George. We loved it.
Yes.
And Jasmine was howling.
That's all right. Now we've got one more song. Oh, I accidentally went to the trash, I think. One more Omashar song. Trust to Love. Tell us about Trust to Love.
Trust to love. Well, all of my, it probably happened when I was breaking up. When did I write this? I don't really, was on Shine On. So I actually recorded Trust to Love in Hollywood. Doesn't mean that I was in the Hollywood business, but I was just in a friend's house and we were moving to, she said, come to my house and help me pack up and move me to Hawaii. And she lived just under the Hollywood sign. And I just got my first recording studio together, my portable kit, and I recorded it there. And Trust to Love is the only song that I've recorded so far that's been translated into Spanish. And I was actually in Argentina, and I was down there with a Peruvian, an Argentinian, and a Spaniard. And I said, how can we translate this song so it kind of sounds and feels the same? And so we were in a cafe and we were throwing each line around. So how would an Argentinian translate into Spanish? How would a Peruvian translate into Spanish? And how would a Spaniard translate it into Spanish? And we came up with Confiando en el Amor. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, y sabemos, blah, blah, blah. I won't go there. I don't quite have the head at the moment. I'm just so full of love. There's not much room for words. But you can see it on YouTube. So there's two versions of this. This is the English version. Go onto YouTube, Omashar Music, and you can see the Spanish version. Same video behind it, but it's in Spanish.
All right.
Well, it's in Spanglish.
Well,
it's in something.
We're looking forward to the version that we're going to watch.
Yes, thank you.
All right, here we go. praise, gratitude. Love, praise, gratitude. Absolutely. Thank you, beloved brother Omashar.
Thank you for the opportunity, Scott, and thank you, Jazz. Min, she came and through the bathroom window, she came and sat on my lap during the song, and I felt so blessed.
She's looking at you right now as you say that.
Hey,
Yeah,
sweetie.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, she came in through the bathroom window.
All right, that's going to be it for tonight. We got to go get some dinner. It's 9 o'clock here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will see you tomorrow from on location from where the land blessing is happening for Larissa Stowe's amazing community that she's going to be building. It's a former ashram, and the Swami has sold it to her, and they're going to build a community there. So we're all going to be living in Sedona one of these days. See you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We will do our best to live stream at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We had a little technical glitch. We're going to try and live stream out tomorrow morning. That, of course, is on the different live stream Zoom link, which we sent out and emailed to everybody. I'm going to take a quick look at the messages. This is so precious. Jasmine Bear coming to Omashar. Thank you all for tonight. Thank you, Moses. We're doing our best.
That's right.
And Omashar, did you play this wonderful song in 2004?
Quite. You know what? I might have. I think that's when Greg Braden came to Kauai and he said, "Oh, Michelle, you're living here now, are you?" "Yeah, mate." He go, come and play at my seminar. So maybe. I don't know timeline. Who knows?
All right. Much love to everybody. Thanks for joining us. Let me save the chat here because I always like to save the chat. And we'll take care. Have a good evening. Good night, everybody.